I've been playing with resist techniques on the gel plate again. Welcome back to Tutorial Tidbits and welcome to my channel. I'm Elizabeth St. Hilaire, and this week I have another resist technique for you. I've been working with resist techniques for the last couple of weeks. I've been playing to see which ones I like the best. I'll be curious to hear which ones you like the best because they're all different. And this week I'm playing with oil pastel. So if you've got a few minutes, let's go check it out. So this week I am playing further, experimenting further with my resist technique that I've been using lately. First I did chalk pastels, then I did Conte crayons. I've also done beeswax crayons. I have videos on all of these, and today I'm going to try oil pastels. So I'm working on my 9x12 sketch rice paper pad, and I've got a Sennelier oil pastel. I'm not sure if the brand matters. This was just hanging around in my studio, and the color does not matter because we're going to create a resist. So we're not going to get any color from the oil pastel. So if you've got one hanging around your studio, it doesn't matter what color. So as with the other resist techniques, we're going to take the rice paper and we're going to put it on top of the stencil. So this is 9x12 rice paper, which fits perfectly on top of the 9x12 stencil. And if you didn't know, this is my design for Joggles. I've designed over 100 stencils for Joggles, all in the 9x12 format. So if you've never check those out, I'm going to put a link down below the video in the expanded description box so you can check out my stencil designs. I'm always designing new stencils, and I create them specifically for gel printing. Okay, so we're going to put the rice paper on top of the stencil. Now, this pad of rice paper has a smooth side and a rough side, and you want to put the smooth side facing up right now because the smooth side is going to face down when we put it on the gel plate. We always want to use the smooth side of this paper on the gel plate. So I'm going to put it smooth side up on top of the stencil, and I'm going to take the oil pastel with the paper removed, and I'm going to do a low relief texture rubbing. Now, you have to get real good coverage for this to work. So you want a nice solid dark pattern from the stencil. So I've tried this a few times, and I found that if you go light-handed on the rubbing, you don't get a very solid effect on the gel plate. So the paint is going to resist off of the oil pastel. So we want to have a good solid layer of oil pastel. Now I'm just rubbing on one stencil here, but you could combine stencils to create your own pattern using multiple stencils at once. You could rub over other things with low relief texture. You could really experiment with how you get the oil pastel pattern onto the paper. But the key is to get a good solid dark coverage. Heavy coverage, I should say. Heavy oil coverage to resist the acrylic paint. Okay, so I've really given this a good solid rub over my favorite spiral stencil. Then I'm going to I like these water wipes because they're biodegradable, or you could use a baby wipe or a wet paper towel. But I want to make sure that I get this oil pastel off my fingers so I don't transfer it to everything else in the process. And some of these brands of oil pastels are messier than others. Some of them are going to work differently, better than others. So you're just going to have to experiment with the brand of oil pastel. Okay, so now I have my 9x12 gel plate that I also created in collaboration with Joggles so that we had a complete 9x12 experience. So we've got the paper, the stencils, and the plate all in the same size. This makes gel printing a lot of fun, and you get edge-to-edge prints. So what I'm using these prints for, I've had people ask me lately, what are you using all those gel prints or the papers that you're creating for? Well, I'm a collage artist, so this is the type of work that I create, and you can see that the yellow flower, the black-eyed Susan and the hydrangeas, and the leaves and the stems, and that little what is it? Pear. Oh, I was at a loss for words there. That's all created out of little pieces of gel printed, hand painted paper. So this is the kind of work that I do. This is what I create my papers for. This video is sponsored by me, me and my workshops across the country and around the world. If you didn't know, like I said in the video, I am a collage artist. I create paintings from torn tidbits of hand-painted paper. Primarily, I create those papers that I use in my artwork on the gel plate. So all of the videos on my channel are creating paper that I use for collages. I teach this technique across the country and around the world in workshops, and I'd love to see you join me to learn more about how to paint with paper. Okay, so now we've got our resist paper and we've got our 9x12 gel plate. So I'm going to put down a dark paint color to create my resist with. I'm using golden fluid acrylics because they dry really quickly and allow me to continue with the process without waiting for drying time. There are also professional colors, and because I sell my artwork, I have to make sure that I use professional colors with the most UV light resistance built in. Okay, so I'm going to put a thin layer of this out on the plate, the quinacridone magenta, and all you need is a thin layer. And the idea here is that the paint is going to stick to the paper, the rice paper, more than it sticks to the oil pastel. I think a little bit of it will stick to the oil pastel, but it's going to leave the oil. It's sort of like a magazine transfer if you're familiar with those. The oil pastel is going to leave paint on the plate. Okay, so now this was the smooth side of the rice paper, remember? So now we're putting the smooth side down on the plate. The plate likes a smooth paper for contact connection. So we're going to give it a little rub and we're going to pull it up, and what's going to be left behind is all that beautiful pattern that we rubbed from the stencil. And again, I just used one stencil here, but what's fun is to use multiple stencils, pieces and parts, and create your own pattern with more than one stencil. Okay, so now I have this beautiful resist, and I'm going to pick it up with a lighter color of paint because I want it to contrast and to show up. So depending on what I'm going to do with this paper, I could go with pink on pink if I was creating, you know, this isn't super pink collage paper, but if I wanted to create a pink collage paper, I would go with a lighter version of pink. I think that what I want to create is yellow with pink because that's one of my favorite combinations. You can sort of see the yellow and pink in here and the yellow with pink here. So creating a yellow and pink collage paper is something that I could use in florals. So let's get another sheet of that rice paper, and we are going to be putting the smooth side of this paper is going to go down into the print, and I'm going to pull it with Naples yellow. Naples yellow is a lot lighter than that pink, and I've decided that I like that color combination for a collage sheet. So now that this is dry, I'm going to put the Naples yellow on top. I'm going to take another brayer, a clean dry brayer, so that I don't transfer any of that pink color at all into my yellow. If you don't have a second brayer, you want to roll your brayer off onto a clean sheet of paper and make sure there's no more paint transferring so that you don't contaminate your very pale yellow with that quinacridone magenta. So I like to keep 2 brayers on hand for that so I can switch back and forth between the colors. Okay, so now I'm taking the smooth side of the rice paper, I'm putting it down into the plate, and I'm going to use my Baron to apply pressure. And see that, despite the fact that I wipe my fingers, there's still oil pastel. It's messy stuff, but it creates beautiful results. So I'm using my Baron to apply even pressure across the paper and off the edges. If you don't have this tool, you can just use your hands, but I find that when we use our hands, we tend to stay in the middle and we don't get all the way out to the edges and the corners. So I like this tool because I go off the edges and the corners and I get real good pressure. And I'm standing at my work table, so ergonomically I can push straight down with this tool and get really good pressure. Anyway, okay, so now we're going to pull the print. Wow, look at that. And we get this beautiful transfer. It's a whole different style of a print though, because I know that some of you were possibly thinking in the beginning, why wouldn't I just use the stencil on the gel plate with the yellow and the pink? Well, look at the soft organic edges of this pattern. It is not the crisp pattern of the stencil like you would get when you just printed it. It's a soft organic edge. It's painterly and rough, and it's going to give me exactly what I need for creating a paper painting, creating a collage that looks like a painting with paper that has soft edge pattern. So that's my oil pastel resist. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll check out my artwork that I create with torn tidbits of hand-painted paper. Well, I hope you found that helpful and exciting and inspiring. And I would love to hear from you which of the resist techniques you found to be the most interesting and appealed to you the most. So if you've got a minute, leave it for me in the comments below. And I'll see you back here next week.